Section 10.4, Sixth Millennial Day. Humans and Beasts. Finally we come to day 6. This was the last day of the work of creation. On it, God created land animals, the beasts of the earth, and humans. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth the living creature after its kind, and cattle and creepers, and its beasts of the earth after its kind." And it was so. And God made the beasts of the earth after its kind, and cattle after their kind, and all creepers upon the earth after their kind. And God saw that it was good. And God said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the heavens, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over all the creepers creeping on the earth." And God created man in his image. In the image of God he created him. He created them, male and female. And God blessed them. And God said to them, "Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the earth and subdue it. And have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the heavens, and all animals that move upon the earth." And God said, "Behold, I have given you every herb seeding seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in which is the fruit of a tree seeding seed. To you it shall be for food. And to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the heavens, and to every creeper on the earth, which has in it a living soul, every green plant is for food." And it was so. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the 6th day. Genesis 1:24-31. On this day God created the beasts of the earth and humans. Once again he blessed them, and told them to multiply and fill the earth. The final 3 days of creation have no division. They have blessings. The beasts of Daniel. In the blessing that God gives to humans and beasts on the 6th day, we hear the same words, increase and fill, that were used on day 5. This is the continuing fulfillment of the kingdom of heaven, pictured as a growing mountain in Daniel, which began on the 5th millennial day and is still increasing in this, the 6th millennial day. At the end of the 6th millennium, the spiritual kingdom of God, which destroyed the statue in Daniel 2, will finally have a home here on earth in the physical kingdom of God, which destroys or subdues the beasts in Daniel 7. Daniel spoke and said, "In my vision last night I was looking, and behold, the 4 winds of the heavens were stirring up the great sea, and 4 great beasts came up from the sea, different from one another. The first was like a lion and had eagle's wings. I watched until its wings were plucked, and it was lifted up from the earth and made to stand on its feet like a man. And a man's heart was given to it. And behold, another beast, a second, like a bear. And it raised itself up on one side. It had 3 ribs in its mouth between its teeth. And they said this to it, 'Arise, eat up much flesh.' After this I saw, and lo, another like a leopard, which had 4 wings of a bird on its back. The beast also had 4 heads, and rulership was given to it. After this I looked in the night visions, and behold, a 4th beast, frightening and terrifying and very strong. And it had great iron teeth that devoured and broke in pieces, and stomped the rest with its feet. And it was different from all the beasts before it, and it had 10 horns. I was thinking about the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn, before whom 3 of the first horns were uprooted. And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of a man, and a mouth speaking great things. Then I was looking, because of the voice of the great words which the horn spoke. I watched until the beast was slain, and his body was destroyed and given to the burning flame. And the rest of the beasts, their dominion was taken away. Yet their lives were made longer for a season and time. I saw in the night visions, and behold, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven, and came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him near before him. And dominion and glory was given him, and a kingdom, that all peoples, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion, which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. Daniel 7, 2-14. These beasts represent the same 4 kingdoms as the statue in chapter 2 of Daniel. I want to remind you of the difference between the visions. All 4 parts of the statue were destroyed completely, with not even dust remaining. However, 3 of the beasts, as seen above, are allowed to live, while only 1 beast is killed. Table 10.3, Beasts of Daniel. The first column on this table tells about the beast which was in Daniel's vision. The second column is the kingdom which the beast represented. First row, the lion with the eagle's wings, and the wings are removed, and it stood up like a man and had a man's heart. In Babylon, the winged lion with a man's head was a common symbol and can be found in many ancient carvings there. Row 2. The bear raised up on one side with 3 ribs in its mouth. Medium Persia. The Medes were originally stronger than the Persians, but the Persians raised themselves up and became stronger. They also conquered 3 other countries, Babylon, Egypt, and Sardis. Row 3. The leopard with 4 heads and 4 wings. This was Greece. Alexander the Great arose next and conquered with great speed and ferocity, but his kingdom was short-lived. Upon his death, his kingdom was divided into 4 parts, under each of his 4 generals. And row 4. The beast with iron teeth. Rome. It took all the kingdoms of the previous 3 beasts and much more. It is by far the biggest and strongest empire. The differences between the end of the statue parts and the end of the beasts indicate that they cannot be exactly the same thing. This is why I've stated that the statue must have represented the spiritual rule on earth, which was completely destroyed at the cross, while the beasts represent the physical rule on the earth that will be completely destroyed and or subdued at the second coming of the Messiah. In Daniel 7 it says, "And the kingdom and rulership and the greatness of the kingdom under all the heavens shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all kingdoms shall serve and obey him." This is no longer talking about a spiritual kingdom, but a kingdom under all the heavens. Although it has not yet come to pass, the Messiah will return to sit on David's throne and rule from Jerusalem for 1,000 years. The physical kingdom must be fought for and won before the end of the 6th millennium, because the 7th millennial day is a Sabbath, a day of rest. This fits very well with the 6th day of creation because Genesis 1:26 says, "And God said, Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the heavens, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over all the creepers creeping on the earth." We do not yet have dominion over the physical kingdoms represented by beasts in Daniel, because this prophecy has not yet been fulfilled. The ungodly spiritual kingdoms were destroyed on the 5th day at the cross, but the ungodly physical kingdoms will be destroyed or subdued at the end of the 6th day when God gives them back to his Messiah and his chosen people.